Check one, coup. Check one, coup. afternoon and welcome to the home Matildas for our match week 21 NPLW clash between FV Emerging and South Melbourne. Football Victoria this afternoon, I'm William Bennett, bringing you all the action here, somewhat overcast day. Just to let you all know at home, we are about to commence a minute silence in memory of the brother of the South Melbourne gaffer, George Georgiadis, who tragically passed away earlier this week. Now, for those of you who are only just joining us, we're having a minute silence in memory of the brother of the South Melbourne gaffer, George Georgiadis, who tragically passed away a couple of days ago earlier in the week. And so, with that, it's probably not going to be a better segue into our teams. And so, as always, I'd like to commence with our visitors for the afternoon. Starting with number 1 in goal, Christina Esposito. 4, their captain, Danielle Mikuloff. Number 5, Sophie Papasanis. Number 7, Francesca Iramano. Number 8, Isabella Sewards. Number 11, Chiara Chronopoulos. Number 14, Misha Westland. Number 17, Dragana Klech. Number 20, Grace Rapp. Number 22, Grace Taranto. And number 43, Jessica Sheehan. As for our hosts this afternoon, we have number 1, in goal, Sophie Deaney. Number 2, Annabelle Yates. Number 3, Amelia Inglaze. Number 5, Jay Tam. Number 6, Eva Guzmit. Number 8, Teodora Juric. Number 10, Karina Rossi. Number 14, Fiorina Irea. Number 17, Danella Boutros. Number 21, Isabella Ricardo. And number 47, Laura Aitken for Santiago Escudero Arisa's side. Of course, this is one of our 3 games this afternoon, kicking off at the 3 o'clock mark. The other 2 being Alamein versus Bulleen down at Dorothy Laver, and Coulter United hosting Box Hill out in Keilor. And so, depending how results go elsewhere, potentially our league leaders, Bulleen, can secure themselves the minor premiership title for the 2024 season. So, of course, for you at home, well, keep your tabs on standby. Let's keep me open, of course. You don't want to be watching them, just flick back and forth every so often. Get those score updates. Alright, our refereeing department for the afternoon is led out by our interstate borrowing Harriet Geek, joining us from up north in New South Wales. So, of course, welcome back to Victoria, Harriet. Otherwise, she's assisted by Monique Manion, Morgan O'Reilly and Joshua Tolsha. Pletch. Can't find her captain Mikuloff. And so, Guzmits looking to spread wide in to the boot of Inglaze. Taranto denying Aitken the touch. So, throw for Emerging. Juric under pressure. Klech. It's the centre captain. Ricardo should be there first. And what it needs is the touch of Daney. Daney finds Tam. Juric manages to pick out Iria there. Quick turnover, Mikuloff makes use of Iramano, her vice captain. Juric. And just a clearing ball. Not exactly sure whether that was too intentional. But will certainly do the trick. As the emerging gaffer just urges his side just to cool it down a bit, keep it calm, keep it controlled. Chronopoulos finds Rapp, the former young lioness. Rapp certainly rather experienced in terms of football, having spent time at clubs like Selfoss in Iceland, as well as Yeovil in England. Dini spots Ricardo. She goes for a bit of a run. Ricardo placing Glaze, who's pressured, but not quite beaten by Iramano. Papasanis interception. Westland looks back for Chronopoulos. She might be caught here. Chronopoulos makes use of her keeper Esposito. Makes use of Papasanis. Papasanis looks like she's getting ready for the long ball. Indeed she does. She's losing her footing in the process. She had a fair bit of rain last night. Can't imagine that'll be helping conditions on the pitch too much. A chance here for South Melbourne to break. Very much Janie on top of that one. Certainly looking entirely unfazed so far in this fixture is the emerging keeper. Yates taps for Ricardo, her centre half. Ricardo looks for Aiken. Kept it back for the moment by Iramano. It's very much emerging. We're trying to break through the midfield here. Switch into Boutros. Not quite finding the ball she needs there. And so, turnover via the throw. Chronopoulos looks for Rapp. Headed out by Yates, and so South Melbourne progress slowly but surely up the touchline. Klech looks for a keeper in Esposito. Toronto sailed, but can't get a ball sent as aided by the heading touch of Inglaze. Iramano whips it in. Yates heads it clear. Not entirely out of danger for the moment as Boutros looks to advance for emerging. And he's a host with the throw just shy of the halfway margin. Chronopoulos with the touch. Can't quite link up with Mikuloff. Once again, out for a throw for emerging. Yates this time finds Rossi. who is emerging's top goal scorer as things presently stand. He managed to find the back of the net 6 in 19 league appearances. Toronto. Slight touch of Iramano. She makes use, pulling the wing. Trying over once more. Sheen there pressuring the Glazers just enough to win South the throw. Toronto, pressured by Rossi. Can get a ball forward, but turns over just as quickly. Jurich. Ricardo. Placing Glaze. And Glaze just looking for the right option. And taps for her captain in Guzmitz. Yates goes to send Rossi. Shelby Esposito there first. Esposito initially singles for the long ball and just taps slightly for Papasanos. Sometimes you need less is more, especially when you've got a nearer option. Westland. Papasanos. Esposito. Toronto. Quick turnover in the midfield. Nice little contest for control. He's who eventually brings it back into possession. So it doesn't hold. There's a chance here for emerging, and in particular Corinne Rossi to break here. She can just get a cross in. May see her opener. Rossi makes use of Aiken as Aiken swings it in. Apologies, no, not Aiken. And it was Maria there with the crossing ball. Presently, it is with Papasanos of South Melbourne. Plajic. Sewards. Toronto. Looks for the long option. Potentially sends Rapp. Guzman with the interception. Clearing ball. Still in play, however. Touch of Yates. Yates versus Westland. And free kick is given in South Melbourne's favour. And looks like it shall be the Briton Grace Rapp with the honour. Free kick is swinging. No one quite with a claw touch. Westland tries to volley it in essentially. Sheehan. Chronopoulos. Pressured. But can play safely. Esposito making great use of their feet. Certainly an often required skill of any keeper at any level of the game. Interception. And volley not quite finding the intended target. And so a tremendous escape there for our visitors, who absolutely should be trailing as things stand. Nonetheless, it is FV Emerging 0, South Melbourne 0. Yates. Taps for Ricardo. Ricardo plays further back still into Deeney. Deeney looks for a wing. Aitken. Sends Iria. Still with Iria. Kept out by Esposito. And so the medicine certainly shifted in favour of our hosts. We're certainly having great deal of control. Might be back in for a chance here. Ultimately, shall merely be a throw for South Melbourne. Ropos looking for a long option. The end plays short with Klech. Klech turning to Ropos, the throw taker. Picked up by Tam, who finds Juric. Juric looks a bit more defensively via Ricardo. Ricardo making use of a keeper once more, still with Deeney. Deeney eventually plays for our far side wing. Tam. Yates. Tailed by Klech. Still got control. It does Annabelle Yates. As she makes use of Rossi. Rossi plays it back into Ricardo. As Merging look to keep their shape. Guzbit. Still got control. Despite seemingly half the South Melbourne midfield having a crack at her. Chance here for Ivory to flick it into the box. Merging still amping up the danger here. Shot from Rossi. Kept out by Papastanis. Yates. Pressured by Papastanis. Do see a turnover. Tam. Picking it up for Emerging. Quick 1-2 with Juric. Papastanis. And shall be a throw for Emerging. Deeney. Guzbit. Physically pressured. Still at control. Does Guzbit. And with a battle between the captains, it is the FA Emerging captain walking away with the free kick. Certainly showing tremendous discipline and control. Aitken. Can't quite find a Rossi on this occasion. Iramano. Shove the throw for South Melbourne. Then taken by Sheehan. Aitken. Rear. Rossi. Rossi trying to battle past Sheehan. There's a chance against the box. Esposito just up the side post. Still in danger for South. And there's our opener. And with Merging repetitively knocking on that back door. The warning sign has been there time and time again for South Melbourne. But it is FV Emerging 1, South Melbourne 0. And it looks like it was number 17, Danielle Boutros, who had the final touch there. And so with that, our temporary gaffer for the afternoon, Justin Mickleffe, makes an adjustment in his side as he switches his fullbacks from left to right, right to left. And so it's now Heropoulos on that far side, Sheen on the near side. Toronto belts any life in that ball forward. Yates. Mickleffe, well-timed reception, but not controlling touch there. Great work there from Tam. He turns over to Klejc. Throw for South. Sheen finds Rapp. Papasanis. Papasanis on a heavy pressure from Rossi. Plays essentially for Toronto. A fellow former South Melbourne junior. Westland. Beaten by Ghostbits. Sends Rossi. Caught offside. And so, once more, South Melbourne find themselves with a rather fortunate escape. So, arguably, they could perhaps rightly already be 2-0 down. Much brilliant display that Emerging has shown with us today. Despite the bulk of this 2024 development squad coming together the start of this year, they've certainly played some spectacular football, and indeed in the first half of the season, arguably, at least in my perspective, they were the most exciting team to watch for the first half of the season, and they're certainly still showing that sheer brilliant quality that we're only going to benefit for years to come, both at a state, national and potentially international level. Goal kick for South. Toronto. Westland. Still with Westland. Returns to Toronto. Papastanis now. Looks centrally. Goosebit. Ricardo. Looks back for Deeney, her keeper. Tam. Ricardo returns to Deeney. Deeney this time looks for a far side wing. Yet again in possession and very much in danger here. Westland moves it back into the box. Tap clear by Tam. Romano battles against Aitken. And South Melbourne try to send Heropoulos. Not quite panning out for them on this occasion. And we're only about 21 minutes in. Certainly looking like they're trying to find some new ideas. Sewards finds Klejc. Can Klejc keep control here? No, that's very much Deeney's ball. Fantastic spatial awareness there from the FA Emerging keeper. Westland. Mickleffe. Beaten by Inglaze. Finds Irea. Plays to Aitken. Just kept in play. A throw is eventually awarded in South Melbourne's favour. Aitken is awarded a free kick in her favour. And so, great opportunity for this Virgin side just to press up a bit. Something they can continue to do via the throw. Both Inglaze and Ross are there thinking long. No one was quite there for the headed follow-up. As Weston is denied a free kick, much to her displeasure. Bit of an audible touch there as Toronto comes in for the challenge. So it just seems like it was shin guard to shin guard. Indeed, she might want to be careful any future challenges coming from that angle. Moropoulos. Sewards. Dispossessed a bit physically. Aitken. Aria finds Rossi. Rossi can't get control. Rap clears. Inglaze. Concedes the throw. So, Renopoulos to take the throw for South. Looks centrally. But no one's actually there to meet it. With Guzmit. Plays wide for Yates. Yates looks for boot thrusts. Jurich makes use of Ricardo, the centre half. Plays for Guzmit. Guzmit looks to send a wider option with Iria. Not quite panning out for them this time around, as South look to counter. There's certainly no substantial options there for them this time around. And certainly, given what we've seen so far this afternoon, it would at least appear there's a bit of a communication issue, more so the South Melbourne side. There's one too many balls, at least from what you would expect of them, that just goes astray. Or there's no one there to meet the opportunity. Sewards, Sheehan, Rapp plays for Toronto. Toronto looking to progress. Long ball in towards goal, captured by Deeney. Ricardo. Swap for Tam, a fellow centre half. Tam returns to Deeney. Ricardo. Advances with Guzmit. Turns over, Sears with the touch. Back with an emerging boot in Glaze. Now with Iria. Iria can break here. Played in centrally. Emerging can't quite find buttress this time around. Yates. Physically handled there. And is awarded a free kick. So, it's Portia Tam with the honour. Cam whips in the free kick. Aria about a metre shy of getting that ball. Certainly is very much a emerging side as looking the healthier of the two, getting forward, going forward, and keeping that pressure and momentum. For the moment, shall merely be a goal kick for South. Papasanis, acres of space. Ross is certainly making sure she's dealt with. Yates with a throw for emerging. Yates looks long for Rossi. He's awarded the throw once again. And so, this time it's emerging's turn just to snake their way up the touchline. Foot by foot, inch by inch. They shall progress. Rossi. Yates. Pressured by Klajic and Sheehan now. We'll have a goal kick. Papasanis. Tailed by Rossi. Looks and finds Westland. Westland plays via Toronto into Klajic now. Klajic looks the wing with Chronopoulos. Toronto. Looking for the long ball. Long ball sent. And so is Klajic this time to chase. That's very much Ricardo in control. And under pressure here. Manages to keep her footing as well. Aitken. Can emerging counter here. Can't quite send Iria this time around. It turns over. For how long? We'll have to wait and see. Sheehan. Just keeps him in clear to play. Aitken finds Iria. Iria under pressure. Still in control. Looks wide for Boutros. It's collected by Esposito. I'd wager as well that Boutros would have been called offside had she gone the touch there. Well, certainly didn't see where Boutros' line was when the ball was sent. Given how far ahead she was of her opponent, it's safe to say she would have been in that offside position. Seawards. Sheehan. Play essentially for Rapp. Rapp looking to switch it up. Finds Iramano. Iramano beaten by Inglaze. As Inglaze looks to send Iria. And Iria does have the pace to get there first. Beats Toronto. As a shot, just wide of the goal. And so it remains FV Emerging 1, South Melbourne 0. Papasanis. Sheehan. And again, Sheehan somehow manages to keep that ball within the field of play. She's been exceptionally fortunate with her margins. And indeed, exceptionally skillful. Iria. Chronopoulos with a turnover. Eventually gets things under control. Romano. Westland. Toronto. Looks for a keeper. With Esposito completing the switch of the wings into Papasanis' boot. Klajic returns to her keeper. Toronto now. plays along. That's quickly intercepted. Papasanos hoops that ball back forward. But again, intercepted by emerging. Yates. Boutros. Wesley in the steps. Papasanos. Plajic. Taps for Toronto. Can't quite find Iramano. It's with Ricardo presently. Tam. Tailed by Mikuloff. Yates. Going to face Westland now. Finds Boutros. Boutros looks to send Aitken. Papasanos will get there first. Perhaps just a little bit of hesitation there from the emerging player. Nonetheless, they should have to throw. And overall, they should be able to do a bit more with the throw than a cross ball in that particular moment. And so, Yates looks to spot Rossi, doesn't quite have the distance to throw. It does get to her eventually via the assistance of Aitken. Boutros whips it in. Esposito in control of the ball. And she looks for the far side wing via Iramano. Iramano beaten by Inglaise. Rossi. Taps for Juric. Juric looks wide. As Aitken finds Boutros. Boutros has got two on her. Back and bait her markers. Merging with the throw. Yates again spots Rossi. That should be a corner here. Indeed, it is awarded. And so, prime opportunity for this emerging side to double their lead. Of course, statistically, not much will pan out from here, given that only 3% of corners, roughly, do result in a goal. So, can this young emerging side beat the odds and get that statistical anomaly that is a goal from a corner? Whipped in by Tam. Finds head of touch, but not quite controlled. Still in the box, still in danger as far as South should be concerned. Asheropoulos looks to break via Plajic. Plajic sends her captain. Guzman's there first. Taps back for Deeney. Deeney into Tam. Tam plays Boutros wide. And she looks a bit Sheehan. So she does do. They've got Papasanos as well to deal with. Flicks over the head of Papasanos. And he's physically handled. And a corner is awarded for emerging. And certainly, with behaviour like that as we've seen from the South Melbourne defender, it's quite surprising that there wasn't something a bit more substantial in that particular incident. Regardless, corner ball is sent along, but not towards the box. It's played wide, relatively speaking, to Guzman. Guzman whips it in. That final touch, just going out for a goal kick. Esposito looks short for the boot of Toronto. Toronto finds Sewards. Stewards looks for the long ball, but it would have been offside against Romano. Stewards. Toronto. Toronto looks wide for Klech, intercepted by Yates via the head. Ricardo is awarded a free kick. That's a bit of a speckied action from the South Melbourne captain. Guzmit. Ricardo. Wrapped with a touch, but finds in glaze. Romano. Pressured. And turns over via Rossi. Rossi finds Juric. Juric starts to go wide for Boutros. Boutros whips it in. Off goes the Boutros of Esposito. Still in danger. Westland clears the line. And once again, South Melbourne somehow get away from a very, very sticky situation. Toronto with the clearing long ball. Picked up by Ricardo. Ricardo taps to Tam. Now with Yates. Yates trying to find a way past Klech. So to make use of a captain. Guzmit playing off Ricardo herself. Brief turnover. And South Melbourne got a chance to Mikulev. Still Mikulev, she shoots. Wide of the goal. Certainly is South Melbourne's first shot on and towards goal for quite some time. Certainly a well-timed pick-up from the South Melbourne captain. Indeed, free kick for South as well. And so plenty of opportunities for our visitors here. Late on in this half, perhaps, just perhaps, find that equaliser that they will firmly need come the next 45. Toronto whips it in, just breaks into the box, has cleared. Sheehan, pressured, placed with Papasanos, going for Horonopoulos. Horonopoulos almost finds Klech. And so, a goal kick for emerging. Deeney placed nice and locally for Ricardo. Perhaps too close positionally. Given that emerging are now very much under pressure. Tam taps back for a keeper. Deeney just able to clear to Yates. Still with Yates. Finds Rossi. Rossi looks to send Iria. Iria just about beats it off. Shoots! Scores! And with that absolute belter, not only is it FB emerging 2, South Melbourne 0, potentially I reckon that might be our goal of the week. Fantastic strike from young Iria. And so, South Melbourne captain in Micallef gets us back on the way here. Papasanis playing for a fellow centre half, Toronto. Toronto under pressure from Rossi, returns to Papasanis. She finds Micallef. Papasanis now booting it forward. Klajic having to fight to get to the ball. Does eventually find it at her footing. Westland. Klajic. Sewards. Looks to send Westland a chance here. Not quite. And eventually it is called offside by our far side assistant referee. And of course our senior ref. Chumley for the initial touch in towards Westlands. Papasanis. Pressure by Boutros. Boutros with a touch. Goes to the ground and is awarded a free kick. And Papasanis is shown a yellow for her efforts. As this half goes from bad to worse for our visitors. And so now, a prime opportunity, potentially, for it to be 3 goals in favour of emerging. And while a formal announcement is yet to be made, we can tell you we're expecting no more than a solitary minute of injury time come the end of the 45. The free kick's played in by Town, belts into the wall, full up, ball bottom Town. Plenty of welly behind it, but it is merely to be a goal kick to South. And from the looks of things, potentially, South might be making a change before half-time. So it's some curious movements from their technical area at the moment. They can only assume that change will take place, once the 45 is formally completed. Boutros finds the side netting. And with that, our fourth official does confirm the additional solitary minutes of injury time. Papasanis can't quite find Klajic beyond just the tip of the boot. Yates. Rossi. Looks for Goldsmith. Still Goldsmith. Aitken. Plays for Iria. Iria still in control somehow. Goldsmith. Esposito. Almost in danger again there. Westlands. Can't quite keep it in. And so, throw for emerging. Yates finds Goldsmith. Inglaise. And with that, it is our half-time whistle from the referee. The scoreline presently standing at FV Emerging 2, South Melbourne 0. And welcome back to our match week 21 clash between FV Emerging and South Melbourne here at the home of the Matildas. The present scoreline is presently 2-0 in favour of the hosts, with goals courtesy of Daniela Boutros and number 14 Fiorina Irea. And certainly South Melbourne very fortunate not to have conceded more in the first half after some very, very dangerous moments. Now we do have at least one change that's taken part during the half-time window, that being for South Melbourne, as we're seeing New Zealand international number 9 Taylor Christensen make her way onto the pitch. As to whom she has replaced for this half, there's been no present indications as of yet. I'm sure we can confirm that for you in a moment. Unless, of course, the fourth official is going to make our job a little bit easier. Not entirely had they've been informed of the substitution. Nonetheless, it's very much Christensen who has joined us before the second half. Ricardo, Guzmit, Sam. Looks long. Let's press up towards Boutros. Free kick awarded. And as hang on, no. Looks like it is number 43 of South Melbourne, Jessica Sheehan, who's been substituted. Offside is the referee's decision there. Indeed, yes. Certainly safe to confirm. It was indeed number 43 of South Melbourne, Jessica Sheehan, come off the pitch. As said, she's been replaced by number 9, Taylor Christensen. So 43, Sheehan off, 9, Christensen on for the visitors. Christensen already looking to make an impact. In Glaze, clears the line. Still just in play. Only now does it leave the field of play. And so, increased energy, can South start to build their way forward? Something they struggled to do in the first half, by barely a handful of chances really in getting towards goal in the first 45. Ricardo looks centrally via captain Guzmit. Guzmit plays in Glaze. Glaze finds Rossi. Rossi not quite the touch she wants there. As it turns over for the moment, Papasanis. Esposito. Wrap. So that's the long ball for Christensen. Sam has got the head and touch and the control for Emerging. Boutros. Free kick awarded in favour of Annabelle Yates there after the foul. And certainly, aside from managing to get forward and create ample opportunities, so the one thing that this Emerging side has done quite well, whether or not it's intentional, it's a different matter entirely, but it has a very much pen in their favour, and that is picking up these fouls. Whether or not they're drawing their opponents in, it certainly works wonders for their game so far. We've seen Melbourne already seen one yellow card in the first 45. That's going in the direction of number 5, Sophie Papasanos. Papasanos. Looks to send Christensen. Finds the New Zealander. Plajic. Can't quite find Seawoods there. Aitken. Inglaze. Tam. Jurich. Cuts back for Yates. Westland wins the foul. Toronto belts forward. Indeed, there was 2 substitutions at the half-time winner for South Melbourne. As number 10, Georgia Candless, has also joined the field of play. And so, as for the other missing player from the first half, we'll have to work that one out as well. Free kick for South. From the looks of things, it was number 11, Kiara Monopolis, has been substituted for South Melbourne, alongside number 43, Jessica Shear. Charles Evan Christensen, denied by Deeney. That, I'd say, is probably the first real attempt that Deeney has been forced to counter so far in this game. With South Melbourne, at least what you would expect up front, given the talent they do have at their disposal. They've been extremely lacklustre in the final third. Papasanos. Tam. Guzmit. Looks wide for Boutros. Turns to Guzmit. Guzmit under pressure from Sewards. Guzmit does find Boutros once more. And she looks to Aitken. But it should be Clyde who's there first. And it is goal kick for South Melbourne. Esposito just switching things up slightly. She takes it from the centre of her area. Papasanos with the throw for South Melbourne. Looks for Candless. Ricardo. Can't quite link up with Rossi there. And so, presently, with Esposito. And she switched her mind and then just goes for the short pass. Plajic. Back into her keeper. Toronto. Finds Westland. Westland pressured from Jurich. And after that tug is given the free kick, to which Toronto takes all too rapidly. Indeed, perhaps a little bit too quick even for my own words. Aria. Beaten to the ball by Esposito. Glaze. Canless, well-timed interception there. Papasanis turns to Candelas. Now with Rapp. Rapp looks to send Iramano. She can't quite get there in time, despite an incredible pace from the South Melbourne winger. Toronto. Taps for a keeper. Esposito almost beaten there by Rossi. Fortunate to keep control of the ball there. Rapp looks long. They can only find the control of their opponents in Porsche Town. Westland. Yates with the pick-up. This is Ria with the pick-up, not Yates. Now with Yates, however. Unfortunate not to keep that one in. And certainly her gaffer was convinced that was still within the field of play. Regardless, drive for South. Sewards. Ricardo, fantastic pick up there. Very much first to the ball. Gozmitz. Can't quite get a touch, but does find Aitken. As Aitken looks to send Boutros, who should be the marker. Foul, and there is the spot kick. That our referee is forced to quickly check upon the injured Danila Boutros. He's eventually able to find her footing. Hopefully it should be alright to continue for the remainder of the game. So never a nice sight to see a player forced to come off due to injury. And set up to the mark for FV is number 3, Amelia Inglaze. And so, can Inglaze make it 3-0 here at the home of the Matildas? She's given the go-ahead by a referee. She shoots. And there it is. Straight to the back of the net. FV emerging 3, South Melbourne 0. And so, once again, Southampton captain gets us back underway. Rapp. Romano. Long ball from Clutch. Up towards Christensen. Christensen whips in the cross ball. Can't find a teammate. Westland tries to flick it up for Candelas. But Yates is very much under control there. And it looks like there shall be a substitution not too far away for our visitors. Papasanos sends the ball in towards goal. Danny comfortably has control of that one. Ricardo. Tam. Guzmit. Still with Guzmit. And increasingly pressured. Takes. Pass back for Ricardo. Ricardo into Dini. Guzmit. Ricardo once more. Barely has enough time to get that pass across up into Juric. Juric will find Yates eventually. Yates tries an area. Can't quite get that momentum going for the time being. And so South Melbourne will throw. As we can confirm, paperwork for the substitution has been brought in. So that substitution for South, surely not too far away. Yates. Guzmit. Juric. Ricardo. Under pressure. Manages to beat both our markers for the time being. Still Ricardo. Just about finds Rossi. Rossi managing to get to Aitken. Aitken can't control the ball. And so it's with Esposito. Toronto. Intercepted by Juric. Collects the touch. Gives it back into Ricardo. Ricardo forces the battle. She can't get control this time around. Plajic. Toronto. Intercepted by Aitken. Aitken can send Boutros. Boutros gets out a shot. She's kept out by Toronto. With Papasanos. Apologies, with Iramano, not Papasanos. Christensen. Sirids. Sends Mikulev. Mikulev looks to tuck in. She plays Plajic. Plajic looks to send Candless. Candless gets a touch. No, that's Dini's ball. Hurry up. Juric. Christensen intercepts. Plajic. Finds Westland, as Westland can't quite send Christensen on. Now, if looks things is emerging as well, not too far away from making their first substitution window of the afternoon. So we shall keep an eye on that for you all at home. Canellis with a nutmeg. Finds Christensen. Christensen into Mikulev. Mikulev shoots. And finally, South Melbourne do get a shot that beats Dini. And so with that, it is FB Emerging 3, South Melbourne 1. With that, we can confirm the substitution for the visitors. Coming off the pitch, number 8, Isabella Sewards. She's been replaced by number 16, Emily Roach. That's 8 Sewards off, 16 Roach on for South Melbourne. Not only is the substitute Emily Roach South Melbourne's equal top goal scorer at the moment, she's also their most successful scorer, having managed to find her 9 goals in just 13 appearances, as opposed to a club Golden Boot rival and captain Danny Mikulev, managing 9 in 19 appearances. Canellis excellently keeps that in. It does turn over. Aria almost finds Rossi. Rapp expertly manages to play that off her opponents. As we see emerging, finally look towards the bench. And so with a double change, we'll confirm those numbers for you as quickly as it is humanly possible. And so, coming off the pitch for FB emerging is number 3, Amelia Inglaze, and number 47, Laura Aitken. They are replaced by number 7, Eve Cottos, and number 19, Clancy Westaway. So the recap there is 3 Inglaze, 47 Aitken off, 7 Kokotos, 19 Westaway on for FB emerging. Deeney. Touch for Ricardo. Ricardo under pressure from Westlands. Is able to find the substitute in Kokotos. Westaway. Finds Rossi. Can she beat her marker? She can, but she can't beat Esposito. Ball comfortably in the gloves of the South Melbourne stopper. Emerging with a throw. Romano flicks it forward. Can't link up. Goosebit. Kokotos. Iria. Westaway. Goosebit. Taps wide for Yates. This ball turns over, presently with Roach. Roach forced to play back into her keeper. Rapp. Christensen. Yates. Under very firm pressure from Iromano. Ricardo. Westland. Very much eager to get that ball. But somehow it remains under control from Ricardo. Throw for South. Pepper silence for the throw. Plays for Toronto. Toronto almost beaten by Rossi. And is awarded a free kick. Rapp. Looks for Christensen, but she does find herself in an offside position. And so Tam takes the free kick. Held back by Rapp. Westlands. Toronto. Looks to send Christensen. Yates is there first. Christensen battling against Yates. And Yates is awarded a free kick there. Deep in her own half. Deeney almost in danger there. Got to be a bit more spatially aware. Given that Mikuloff was so close to getting her second of the afternoon. Toronto plays back for a keeper. Esposito Returns to Toronto. And Toronto is now tailed by Rossi. Finds Christensen. Ball intercepted by Kokotos. And she looks to send Rossi. That's very much going to be Christina Esposito's ball, nice and comfortably. Westland. West away with the interception. Rossi. Now Ivaria. Returns to Rossi. Iria in danger. And they are given the free kick. Much to the shock of the South Melbourne player, Misha Weston there, who certainly did have a fair shout for having a free kick herself there. So it would be interesting to hear if we were able to tap in to the refs' communications upon exactly what was the reasoning and who had the infringing touch ultimately. And so a free kick is whipped into the box and collected by Esposito, who looks wide for Christensen. Christensen aches the space. Looks to send Klajic. Kuzmic should be there first. She is, and she clears it. And so, Toronto's chance now. She shoots! Somehow, that ball isn't bulging in the back of the net. And so with that, it is FV Emerging 3, South Melbourne 1. So things very much heating up here at the home of the Matildas. And the visitors have managed to find themselves spark of life after a very lacklustre first 45. Roach finds Christensen. Christensen beats her marker. Only just. Tam now back in front of her and gets the touch. Yates. Juric looks for Buttress on the wing. Buttress forced to cut back all the way to Tam, the centre half of FV Emerging. Now with Yates. Yates with the switch into Accardo. Accardo finds Kokotos, who looks to send Iria, but she won't get to that one in time. Indeed, nor will her marker in Papasanis. So throw for South, but very much deep in their own half. And outnumbered as well. Kokotos. Out of Westland, gives Emerging the throw. And so, can our hosts push to get their fourth of the afternoon? So arguably, I should have already seen in this game, given how many opportunities they had, not quite panning out for them in the first half. Certainly weren't far away from occurring either. With Toronto clearing the look ball and sacrificing the corner for a spot of security. And so, once more, Portia Tam steps up to the mark for the corner. And she does have the short option, courtesy of Iria. And she goes Play long into the box directly. As both Pledge and Ocado look to chase. It's Ocado's ball first. Goes bit. Sends it forward. Eventually bounces into the boot of Sophie Papasanis. Roach. Romano. Finds Rap. Toronto. Mikulev with the touch as Westway gets control. And the free kick is eventually awarded. And so it looks like emerging will be the next side to look to the bench and crack open their substitutes. Kokotas, Juric, Yates. Still with Yates, pressured by Klajic. She looks for the long ball. Brutus not quite finding Juric there, but emerging during the throw. Indeed, we can confirm that it will just be a solitary change for our hosts. As you can see, number 13, Samira Reshepi, getting ready to join the field of play. That substitution certainly shouldn't be too far away. Potentially the next out, given that both herself and the fourth official is Tickety Boo. Corner for emerging. But substitution shall wait for the corner to at least be taken first. So it looks like it is Westaway. Indeed, is Westaway to take the free kick. Take the corner kick. And emerging do have themselves a throw. And so still we do await confirmation of the substitution to at least take place. We can let you all know a little bit prematurely all at home. That's as far as things stand. Confirmation for the substitution will be number 10, Corona Rossi, coming off to be replaced by number 13, Samira Reshepi. As fortunately we are in a position just to spy upon our fourth officials board and see those numbers. As we wait for the corner to be sent in, and it's ripped in high. Ultimately, not entirely eventful, as the emerging gaffer does confirm the substitution will now commence. And so, coming off the pitch for FV is number 10, Corona Rossi. She's replaced by number 13, Samira Reshepi, as 10 Rossi off. 13 Reshepi on for FV. It also looks like FV are preempting their third substitution window, not too far away. And so I'm sure if and when it does go ahead, we shall confirm those numbers for you as quickly as possible. Christensen with the throw for South Melbourne. Kept early by Cardo. Iria looks for the switch. Finds her captain in Eve Guzmit. Yates. Boutros. Intercepted by Roach. Roach with a touch of Mikuloff. Turns over and turns. No, shot turn over a second time. Throw for emerging. Free kick for emerging. Candleless. In for Iramano. Now with Roach. Papasanis. Looks for Westlands. Plajic. Back into Westlands. Rap. Looks for a keeper in Esposito. Toronto. Almost at the touch there. With Kokotis being her choice. Guzmit. Esposito preventing that opportunity from getting anywhere close to the goal. Brett Sheppy potentially being able to make it full for a side there. So, in for quite a strong opportunity here now for the visitors. Got Canellis looking to cut in. Can't quite find a teammate. It ends up with Guzmit. Papasanis moves it forward for Christensen. Christensen tailed by Iria. And somehow it's Iria who walks away with that free kick. Kokotis. Iria. We should have the touch there. Unaware that Rap was very much closing the on. And so, touch from the Englishwoman. It is a throw for FB emerging. Westlands. Shots handball. Waved on. Kokotis. Throw for Sayre. Roach. Again. Shouts for a handball. Waves on. Westlands. Tailed by Westaway. Shall find Toronto. Toronto has a crack herself. Easily collected by Daney. So emerging Sen Boutros. He's going to fight past Rat. Has a shot. Denied by Esposito. And so it shall stand for the time being. FB emerging 3, South Melbourne 1. Christensen. Looks to send Roach. Turns a bit too quick there. Leaves the ball for Dee to collect. Emerging looking extremely well organised there in their back line. They're now back under pressure. Perhaps they're just slipping a bit in the midfield. Toronto. Kokotis, the clearing ball. So it shall be a throw for the visitors. Christensen brings the ball back into play. Plajic returns to Christensen, who whips it in towards the box. Cleared by Tam. Westlands. Still aerial though for Sheppy. Westland eventually brings it down to the ground. Romano. Offers Sheppy. Shall gives out the throw. As the merging look to make their third substitution of the afternoon. Or third substitution window at least. There's a free kick for South Melbourne. As we do await that substitution from emerging. No, sub can wait for the time being. And so, here comes the free kick. Punched away by Daney. Candelas. Roach. Can't quite whip it into the box this time. West away. Handled by Romano. Now Papasanis. Kokotis. Accardo. Looks for Guzman, who's got plenty of space. Unfortunately, Sheppy doesn't quite have enough space for herself as she's caught offside. And so now, substitution should take place for emerging. No, still we wait. Kokotis. Sends Iria. Iria keeps it in, barely. As Romano knocks it out for a corner. And looks like our substitutions going to be busy for both sides. As the paperwork that are coming from South Melbourne as well. Corner whipped in, knocked out for another opportunity for emerging. This time the corner's played short into Iria. Westland intercepts. Roach. Looks for our captain in Micallef. Toronto. Tries to play Candelas. With a deflection from Yates, it shall be a South Melbourne throw. As finally we can confirm that substitution for FV. And so, coming off the pitch is number 17, Daniela Boutros. She's replacement on 15, Gracie Clarkson. A 17, Boutros off, 15, Clarkson on for emerging. Wrap. Switches for Christensen. Almost turning over there. Papasanis keeping that control of the ball for South Melbourne. And is awarded the free kick. Romano. Roach. Clarkson. Clears the line. And so we now can confirm that's substitution for South Melbourne. Comes to pitch number 5, Sophie Papasanis. She's replaced by number 34, Teresa Jacobs. That is 5 Papasanis off, 34 Jacobs on for South Melbourne. Free kick, whip forward from the depths of the emerging half. That is South back on the prowl. Wrap. Candless. Fantastic opportunity here because she shoots, denied by Deeney. And the follow-up, oh, no. Offside is the call from our assistant referee. And so now is FV emerging to have an exceptionally fortunate escape. Roach. Guzmich. And we can confirm for our fourth official there will be 3 minutes of injury time. That is 3 additional minutes of injury time here at the home of Matildas. Romano. Wrap. Roach. Into Iramano. Cleared by Clarkson. Still in play. Yates. Clarkson. Calls for a foul. Awarded. Saffron will be forced to take it again. And so the repeated free kick is whipped into the box and headed out for a corner. Corner ball whipped in. Kept out by Deeney, still in danger. Roach, repelled by Yates. As we shall have yet another corner for South Melbourne. Corner ball again whipped in. And this time it finds itself in the back of the net in exceptional style from the number 16, Emily Roach. And with that, despite the firm disputes from the emerging side, it shall stand at FV emerging 3, South Melbourne 2. And so for what has absolutely been a game of 2 completely different halves. Well, certainly there's still time left in this game. Emerging perhaps be ruining the chances they didn't take in the first half, which put them in a position where arguably they could have been at least 4-0 up in the first half. now they find themselves 3-2 and potentially still in a tight position where the points could be shared here. But it is free kick for Emerging. Plajic. Aria. Westlands. And it's a free kick for South. The referee not quite too pleased with the discretion of a couple of players. Certainly the emotions and nerves are very much making the better of any reasonable judgments. And so all I need to do is be careful. As Aria potentially can break here. She volleys, but is very much wide of the goal. And so South Melbourne with a goal kick. But with that, it is our full-time whistle here at the home Matildas. It is FV Emerging 3, South Melbourne 2, in truly a game of two completely different halves. Goals this afternoon, courtesy of number 17, Daniela Boutros, number 14, Fiorina Aria, and number 3, Amelia Inglaze with that penalty kick. Right, for the visitors, it is number 4, Danielle Metcalf, and number 16, Emily Roach, guessing the consolation prizes for South Melbourne. Overall, Emerging certainly perhaps a bit fortunate in the end to have walked away with all 3 points, given the resurgence South Melbourne had in the second half. It looks a completely different side. South Melbourne perhaps unlucky not to walk away with a point, but overall, it's what you make of those chances, and both FV and South very much be disappointed in the chances they couldn't take advantage of. But nonetheless, it is FV Emerging who deservedly walk away with all 3 points this afternoon. And so, for FV Emerging, for Football Victoria, apologies there. It's all about the time we have less for our broadcast here at the home Matildas. And so, I've been William Bennett. Until next time, cheerio.